Discord's Secret Daughter, Chapter 8. Chaotic Side Ends. Anew begins. It has been 5 years since Luna and Discord got married and had a second child, Skype. River Knight was still with Wind Comet and both were still equally happy together. Even River Knight's feelings for Wind Comet had only grown stronger, and she had hope one day to marry her soulmate. Are you done yet? But Mom, do I have to go? Yes, you had to. You don't want to meet Aunt Twilight? Of course I want to meet her, said Skybolt. Skybolt looked at his mother. It can get boring. You can hang out with Uncle Spike, said Discord. I can do that since he's so funny. Are you ready to go? Said Discord. Yes, Dad, we're done. Discord snapped his fingers and teleported the family to the Twilight's castle in Ponyville. He knocked on the door and Spike opened. Discord! You're here, come in! Thanks, Spike. Discord, Luna! It was so good to see you, said Twilight. Well, we are here. River Knight saw Winter Comet, so she approached him and gave him a kiss, and she kissed him back. I have missed you. I miss you too. Dinner is ready, said Starstruck. We're coming, babe, said Twilight. At dinner, the parents sit down and talk about all the memories while River Knight and Winter Comet talk about their visit to Sandal Arabia together. Spike could see that Skybolt felt outside and leaned towards him. Do you want to go out and do something while they sit here and talk? Certainly, Uncle Spike. Spike and Skybolt left the table and went outside and stood there. What shall we do? How about going and play some bowling for a little? That sounds like a good idea. Well, let's go. They went to the bowling alley and both started playing against each other. Skybolt had fun and looked up to Spike as uncle since he was little. After playing for an hour, they chose to return to take a walk before turning back to the castle in time for dessert. After returning to the castle, the family sat in the library and took it easy and when Spike and Skybolt returned. Where have you been? We have been in the bowling alley while you were sitting here and talk. Who won? This is Discord. Skybolt and Spike were silent for a moment and looked at each other with a smile. Spike won over me with 300 points and I got 200 points. As long as you had fun, that was what counts. That's also true. Twilight usually wins over me in bowling, said Starstracker. I'm just lucky. Yes, you really are, said Starstracker. When will it be dessert? Asked Skybolt. There will be dessert in a while, said Luna. Okay. A moment later, Startracker went to the kitchen and came out to the library with 8 bowls with vanilla ice cream. Every pony is sitting and enjoying ice cream. We should do this more often, said Discord. We really should, said Twilight. River Knight watches Twilight. Twilight, can I stay? Yes, you can stay if it's okay with your parents. Yes, you can stay, said Luna. Thank you, Mom. River Knight smiled at Winter Comet, who smiled back. The rest of the evening, every pony sits and takes it easy. Spike and Skybolt play some cards until it's time for to return home to Canterlot again. We will see you though in River Knight in a few days, said Discord. Okay, Dad. She gave her parents a hug who teleported back to Canterlot. At 10 p.m., Twilight Startracker went to bed while Winter Comet and River Knight stay up a little longer and play some cards. The next day, River Knight and Winter Comet sit outside the castle to take it easy, since it's a hot day. Do you want to go to the lake? Yes, we can go there since it's a hot day. Yes, we can bring something to eat. It sounds like a good idea. I can go fix some sandwiches for us. Okay, I'm over here. Winter Comet went in and found his mother in the kitchen and told her about the idea, and she agreed with him. She made the sandwiches for River Knight and Winter Comet. Hope you have some fun by the lake. We will. Winter Comet left the castle with a basket and both went to the lake, the outskirts of Ponyville. There were already a few ponies by the lake, but it didn't matter to them because they chose to sit under the tree to get some shade before jumping into the lake. They swam around in the water and played for a while before choosing to rest a bit on the beach. We did the right to come here. You're right, said Winter Comet. River Knight and Winter Comet sat in the shade and enjoyed the sandwiches while they were watching the other ponies play in the water. The Jews stayed there by the lake for a while to enjoy it since it was a nice day. The Jews were jumping in the water again since it was getting hotter again. After being at the lake all afternoon, the Jews it was time to go home since when the sun was going down. Once at the castle, Twilight had just finished dinner. Dinner is just finished. We'll be done soon. At dinner, every pony sits and enjoyed the soup that Twilight had cooked. How was the lake? Said Star Tracker. Well, it was really nice there. Yes, especially when it was a hot day. After dinner, Raven and I chose to take a walk before going to bed. Winter Comet chose to go with her to make sure nothing happened to her, since she was kidnapped 5 years ago. But nothing happened during the walk. But they stopped at the park, looked at the stars. We had a beautiful evening. We will do that, said Raven Knight. Raven Knight leaned against Winter Comet, who smiled at him. He was happy to have her in his life. The Jews returned to the castle before Winter Comet's parents would come looking for them. A couple of days later, it was time for Raven Knight to return home to Canterlot, even though she wanted to stay longer. I promise to come back again soon. I know that, sweetie. Winter Comet gave River Knight a kiss, and she kissed him back before boarding the train to Canterlot. One day, River Knight is sitting in her room reading the Anew when she hears a knock on the door. Who is it? It's your dad. Can I come in? Sure, Dad. Discord stepped in and sat down next to River Knight's bed. I see you read your new book that your mother gave you. Yes, it's good and exciting. It's good to hear. Did you want something, Dad? Well, I came to tell you that your mother and I are going to travel to Saudi Arabia for a week for a royal meeting. But you don't like such meetings. It's true, but I have to stand up for your mother. That's right. Ruby Knight laughed a little bit, and before her dad said that. Well, Aunt Celeste go with her? No, she's staying at home with you and Skybolt. Okay, but when are you leaving? We're leaving tomorrow. Hope you have fun then. We probably will get that. At the next day, Raven Knight and Skybolt said goodbye to their parents who took the train to Saudi Arabia, since Livida had chosen that route. After the train left, Skybolt returned to the castle while Raven Knight walked around the city for a couple of hours to find something to do. She then chose to go back to the castle to read some more of her book. Raven Knight, you have a guest waiting for you, said Celestia. Who is it? You can go see the castle garden. Okay. She went to the castle garden where she saw it was Winter Comet. She was completely surprised to see him there. He saw her and he smiled at her, and Raven Knight just rushed up to him. What are you doing here? I wanted to come and see you. It was a one surprise. She hugged him and he hugged her back. How long will you be staying here? I will stay for a week. That's your aunt's idea, and she let me stay here. It's still not a surprise. I wanted to surprise you, sweetie. You really did. She gave him a kiss. Are you hungry? Well, I'm a little bit hungry. We can go to the kitchen and get something to eat. That sounds like a good idea. They went to the kitchen and prepared something to eat, and they went into the dining room to eat. While they sat there and ate, Skybolt came in. You're here, went the comment. Yes, your aunt invited me. At least I know Ravenland will happy and you're here. Of course I will. I'm going to town. If you see Aunt, greet her to tell her that. We will. Her brother left them and they continued to enjoy their lunch together. After their lunch, they went to River Knight's room to read Daring Do, which they both really like to do together. After the reading, they sat and talked about their favorite part of the book and what they think of the villain. It would surprise me if the villain accidentally ends up in the stinking plant. Yes, they would be really fun, but nothing I would like to smell. Both started couldn't resist after Rivenite's comment and started laughing. They laughed so hard so they almost lost their breath. After catching their breath, though, they looked at each other with a smile. They sat down and chose to read some more after the laughter attack. The rest of the week went smoothly. Rivenite and Wintercomet spent a lot of time together, having a picnic in the castle garden or going out to eat at a restaurant in the city. They also went on to eat at Saffron Masala's since she was a good friend of Rivenite. Wintercomet, when he tried some of their food, he was really very impressed and told Saffron Masala that it was the best exotic food he had eaten. Saffron and her dad was happy to hear the positive of their cooking. One day Celestia received a message from her sister that they are coming home a day earlier than planned. Celestia had told Ruby Knight, who immediately eager to hear about what happened, what her parents had done besides the meeting in Saudi Arabia. The day when her parents came home, she hugged them and they stepped as they stepped inside the door of the castle. Welcome home, Mom. You must be missed me so much, said Luna. Of course I have. Where's your brother? Somewhere? He's out, but he will be back soon. Did you take care of yourself while we were away? Said Discord. Yeah, but of course I have. Winter Comet can confirm that I have. Luna and Discord looked behind their daughter and saw Winter Comet standing there. How long have you been here? All week. It's true that my daughter behaved, Discord asked. That's right. Are you absolutely sure about that? Discord leaned forwards with the comet who immediately began to feel afraid of Discord. Yes, I'm sure. Discord, stop scaring him. I didn't mean to scare him. Discord laughed and patched with the comet's shoulder and floats to his room with Luna next to him. Are you okay? Yes, I also thought your dad would yell at me. He wouldn't do that to you. Then he would have to respond to my mother's anger. Raven Knight laughs and took Winter Comet to the library to relax. A moment later, Luna and Discord came to the library. How was your time in Saudi Arabia? Well, we had a good time there. Well, apart from a boring meeting, said Discord. Yes, but it's important that we go to them sometimes. I know that, Luna. But next time, we will send your sister there instead for us. Yes, we probably can do that. Luna laughed at Discord. But other than that, we had a good time. Made new friends and had a good time. It's nice to hear that you had a good time anyway. I agreed with River Knight, said with the comment. Discord snapped his fingers so a cup of tea appeared in front of Luna and a cup of chocolate milk in front of himself. Is it possible when the comet can stay a little longer? I don't mind he can stay a little longer, said Luna. Not me either. He can stay as long as he wants, said Discord. Thank you. We will be back for dinner. I found you two, said Luna. After leaving the castle, Disco looks at Luna with a smile. It would be not surprise me if Winter Comet will ask Ravenite to marry him. It wouldn't surprise me though that they have been together for 5 years. Maybe it will happen soon. Discord, whatever you do, don't try to make it happen. Luna, honey, do you really think I should do that? Yes, I think you would, but please don't interfere. You have my word that should not interfere. River Knight and Winter Comet walked around the city and had fun together. They went to a cafe to eat something and then spent the rest of the day at the park in the city until the sun was going down. They went back to the castle to have dinner, and they arrived at the castle just in time when dinner was ready. During dinner, they sat and listened to Discord and Luna's time in Central Arabia. He thought I was a pony when we arrived, but when I turned myself, he was completely amazed. Yes, he really did. It must have been fun to see his face when that had happened. You can trust that, darling. You must have had a good time there. We really had that in addition to the meeting. We had a relaxed time together. We really did, said Discord. After dinner, they sat in the library to relax before going to bed. Discord saw that the Winter Comet was standing on the balcony by the library and he chose to go up to him. Is something wrong? No, nothing's wrong, said Winter Comet. Let me guess. You're thinking of asking my daughter to marry you. Winter Comet looked at Discord with a surprised face. How did you know that? But it was just a guess. Discord looked at the moon when he said that and looked at Winter Comet. I can say that you will make my daughter so happy and proud, and I wouldn't be more proud of you had as my son-in-law. Thanks, Discord. I appreciate it. I just don't know when or how to do it. In one way, you will trust. You will trust me. Asking someone to get married makes one very nervous. I was very nervous when I asked Luna. Is it true? That's right, but don't regret it one day that I did. Disco looked in the library and saw that Luna was talking to River Knight while he smiled. I know River Knight will make me proud and happy since she's the most incredible thing that ever happened to me. That's how I felt when I married her mother. I might come up with a way to ask her. I would appreciate if you kept this a secret from Luna as well. You have my word. I will not tell any pony about it. Thank Discord. They went back inside the library and at 10 p.m. they went to bed after it has been a long day from both all. A few days later, it was raining in Canterlot, so Ruby Knight and Winter Comet could not go outside, and so they chose to read and do in her room instead. Ruby Knight had asked a waiter to come out to her room with some sandwiches, which she did. The waiter did. What a bad luck it would rain today. Yes, I'm really unlucky to be looking forward to being out. The same here, but just not being allowed to be in your room. I agree with you. After being reading for 2 hours, River Knight had fallen asleep. Winter Comet took the opportunity to sneak out of her room, let her sleep. Winter Comet walked around the inner castle to spend some time by himself while River Knight slept. He saw that Skybolt was in his room read, so he chose to let them go to the library. He knew that Luna and Celestia were busy with their duties. Once in the library, he found Discord sitting in a chair and reading a book. Where's River Knight? She is in her room sleeping. She fell asleep reading a book, I guess. That's right. Winter Comet sat down on the couch near the Discord and leaned back. Something wrong? No, you can't do much as when there's the rain outside. I understand that. Also, I have also thought a bit of what you told me on the balcony. What have you come up with? That I'm ready to ask her, but I just want to wait for the right opportunity. You will find an opportunity, said Discord. Yeah, I'm just a little nervous. There's nothing to be worried about. I hope so. How do you change calls around it? How do you feel about it around the cards? Sure, nothing else has not much to do. I'm getting bored anyway by the rain, said Wind Comet. Discord snapped his fingers and a deck card appeared and both began to play a game of cards which they had let them play for almost 2 hours. While they were playing, Luna showed up at the library. Here you sit and play cards. Yeah, it was boring when it was raining outside. I can understand that. Where's River Knight? She is in her room sleeping. Okay. Luna sat down and watched as they played cards, and after a while, River Knight came down into the library. Did you sleep well? Yeah, I slept well. That's good, said Discord. River Knight sat down by her mother and watched as they played cards. Since the rain had even stopped, River Knight and Wind Comet chose to play cards as well. They chose to read some more during the book before going to bed. Some time later, Wind Comet had returned to Ponyville. While he was home, he thought about asking River Knight if she wanted to marry him. He wondered if he should take her to a restaurant and ask her there. He thought it would be work because her birthday was near, so he thought of inviting her to a date to celebrate it and then ask her. I think I will ask her on her birthday. She will not expect it, said Wintercomet to himself. Now Wintercomet only needs to get an engagement ring because Ravenite's birthday was in 2 weeks. So he chose to go to the jewelry store tomorrow to see if he could find a perfect engagement ring for Ravenite. That night, he was so nervous about the whole plan to take Ravenite on a date that ask her out. But he said to himself that it will go well. Already the next day after breakfast, Winter Comet went straight to the jewelry store in to check for a ring. But he saw that the store didn't open until at 9 a.m. So he chose to go to the park and wait till the store was open. After an hour of waiting, he went to the jewelry store, looked around among the rings, and found a perfect ring. How can I help you, sir? I would like to buy a engagement ring. Have you chosen any special ring? Yes, I like this ring. Excellent choice, sir. It will be 500 bits for the ring. Okay, good. Thanks. With the comet gave the jeweler the money, and he got a box with the ring in it. He chose to keep it in hidden so no pony would see it. Once at home, he hid the box in a desk drawer with a lock, so his parents wouldn't find it. During the rest of the time, Winter Comet was more nervous and a little scared how everything would go. But he remembers what this squire told him that those words would go well. So Winter Comet managed to stay calm because he didn't want to attract any attention. 2 weeks later, he was invited to Canterlot with his parents to celebrate Rivernight. He had taken the ring with him and kept it hidden all the time. When he saw Rivernight in the blue dress, he could feel his heart beating a lot faster and faster in his chest, but managed to stay calm. He then sat in the dining room with every pony for lunch to celebrate Rivernight. She told them that she had received a new During Do book from her parents and a scarf from her brother. She even got a red dress from Twilight and Star Tracker. After lunch, every pony sat in the library to relax a bit. Then they stayed to play card together. Towards evening, Winter Comet went to River Knight. River Knight, would you like to go out with me to eat to celebrate your birthday? I'm happy to that. She gave Winter Comet a kiss. Can you wait at the door? I will be right there. Okay, I will wait for you. With the comment went up to Discord. Discord, can I talk to you for a moment? Of course. I'm going to ask Craven Knight to let her take at the restaurant if she wants to marry me. It sounds like a great idea. Hopes it goes well, said Discord. Thanks. Thank you. Wish me luck. Good luck. When the comment went to the door, Raven Knight was waiting for him, and they went to a restaurant that Winter Comet had chosen for the dinner. Once at the restaurant, Raven Knight chose to get to choose the food, so she chose pasta with hay balls. During dinner, Raven Knight could feel his heart beating faster and faster, but kept calm all time. I hope it is nice. Of course. I'm nice to have you, sweetie. Glad to hear that. It's not every day we eat in a restaurant, said Winter Comet. That's true, but always that's just as nice. That's true. After dinner, Winter Comet chose to order a chocolate cake with candles to celebrate River Knight's birthday. After she blew out the candle, they enjoyed the cake and both agreed it was good. After they had eaten the cake, Winter Comet watches the River Knight. What did you wish for when you blew out the candle, the light? I can't say that because they wouldn't be fulfilled. You can tell me. I will keep it a secret. Okay, I wish that we will always be together. That sounds like a great wish. Then, Winter Comet thought he was ready to ask Rivenite the big question. Can you close your eyes for a moment? Okay, I can do that. Rivenite closed her eyes and Winter Comet took the opportunity to sneak up to her and hold out the box and showing the ring. You can open your eyes now. Rivenite opened her eyes slowly. She saw Winter Comet on his knees, holding a box with a ring in it. She looked at him and wondered if it was a dream, so she started crying. Rivenite, from the first day we stayed together, became together, I realized that you are the right pony I have been waiting for because you made me so happy during the 5 years we have been together. It has been the happiest time in my life. And for what I want to spend my rest of my life with you, River Knight. Do you want to marry me? It was quiet in the restaurant. All the guests, the staff saw everything happened. And Raven Knight started crying more. She looked at the ring 1 second and then at Winter Knight. Yes, of course I want to marry you in the Winter Comet. You're the most wonderful stallion in the whole Equestria. You make me so happy. Yes, I want to marry you. Winter Comet put the ring on River Knight's hoof and leaned forward and kissed her. The whole restaurant was filled with cheers from both the guests and the staff, who thought it was an incredible and beautiful moment. Rivenant couldn't stop crying. Her heart was beating faster and faster. She couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe it. It was really happened that Winter Comet just had asked her if she wanted to marry him. After everything that had calmed down, they chose to go back to the castle to tell the families about the news. On their way to the castle, River Knight and Winter Comet felt their hearts beating faster and faster. They couldn't even believe that really happened, and it was like a dream had come true. Especially for River Comet, the Winter River Knight, who had just had wished at the restaurant for a while earlier to be with Winter Comet forever. When they had returned to the castle, the parents found them in the library, and they immediately told them the news. Both Luna and Twilight rushed up to them from the couch and rushed up to River Knight and hugged her. Discord and Star Tracker went up to Winter Comet. I'm so proud of you, my son. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate it. You had made my daughter very happy. Thank you for that. She makes me happy too. Welcome to the family, the Comet. Thank you, Discord. Discord held out his paw and shook his hoof with Windcomer, and then Twilight rushed up to her son and hugged them as well. I'm so proud of you to come into Comet. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. You will fit together, said Luna. Thank Luna. We both appreciate it. When did you choose the wedding to take place, and where will it be? I think we will have it in Canterlot maybe in 2 months. Agreed. It will give us some time to prepare. Agreed. I guess Pinkie Pie can organize the party after the ceremony, says Luna. I think she will be happy to do that, said Twilight. I think so, said Wintercomet. Both Rivenite and Wintercomet couldn't believe that they were getting married. Celeste also got to know the news, and she was equally surprised and overjoyed for both of them. The very next day, all the friends and rest of the family with the Comet's family had been informed about the news. Every pony was surprised but overjoyed at the news and couldn't wait for the wedding to take place. In the coming weeks, everything was planned for the wedding. Rarity helped Raven Knight to find the right dress and suit for Winter Comet. Luckily, they got help from the parents to invite the other guests, including friends from other kingdoms. For Raven Knight, she couldn't still believe everything was really happening for her. It still feels like a dream that just had come true for her. She couldn't be happier to be married with Winter Comet soon. Winter Comet could also not have been happier too soon to have Rivenite as his wife, and it made him feel happier. When there was only 1 week left until the wedding, both Rivenite and Winter Comet began to get more and more nervous about their big day. I can still believe it. I'm going to be married with Rivenite soon. Yes, it feels like yesterday that you became a couple. Yes, I'm glad that she and I became a couple, so in the comment. I'm glad that I can see how much she means to you, says Spike. She means everything to me since she is the most wonderful in the whole Equestria. Spike smiled at Winter Comet. I can understand that. I'm looking forward to marrying her. Have you decided who will be your best man? I was thinking about my twin brother, Steel Ace. Did you ask him? No, but I'm going to ask him. I think he will say yes. I think so too. Me and Ravenite would appreciate if you would become our rain bearer. It will be my honor to be the rain bearer, says Spike. Winter Comet smiled as Spike was patted on the shoulder. A few days later, Winter Comet had asked his twin brother, who agreed to become his best man. Rivenite had asked Winter Comet's little sister, Diamond Snow, to become her bridesmaid, which she had accepted. Everybody was looking forward to this wedding, even though there were only a week left. So Winter Comet was more and more nervous before the big day. Rivenite also was nervous, but he was happy for the big day, especially when her parents married 5 years earlier. I'm so nervous that even though it is only 1 week left until the wedding, you may have to go out of town for a few days. That might be good. You, me, Discord can go camping for a couple of days, says Discord. Says Spike. That might be a good idea, said Winter Comet. Good. I can let Discord know about that. When are we going to leave? We can leave tomorrow, says Spike. Okay, we can do that. Spike sent a message to Discord about his idea, and Discord got the involved idea, and he arrived in Ponyville the very next day. Are you ready to go? Said Discord. Yeah, we are done. Yes, everything is packed. See you in a few days. Will do, Mom. Have fun camping. We will, said Spike. Twilight waited for them and Discord to teleport them to the forest, and they would choose to find a good place for the campsite. They searched around for a half hour before finding a good place to settle down. After pitching up in the tents, they sat down and ate their lunch. This was exactly what I needed. I told you want to feel better when you came out in from the city for a while. Yes, you were right. You were right, Uncle Spike. What have you planned for the camping trip? I don't know. We haven't planned to do anything special. No, just to take it easy here, says Spike. Maybe we can play some cards to just enjoy the day. Discord snapped his fingers and a deck of cards appeared. That might be a good idea, says Spike. I don't object a game of cards at Winter Comet. Good, then we play. Discord uses magic to shuffle the cards, and the table appeared in front of them, and they start playing. After a couple of hours of playing, though, Winter Comet got another thoughts, and he was a good. That was good for him to calm down and get away from planning the wedding. For the next 3 days, Winter Comet had a relaxing time on the camping trip. River Knight also had a good time being camped around the same time. She had tried the dress and she talked to her mother and Aunt Celestia about the wedding and how everything would go. I cannot wait until the day comes, said River Knight. I can stand that because it was just like for me when I married your father, Celestia. Same here when I married Scorpion, says Celestia. Is he and his children coming to the wedding? They are, says Celestia. I cannot wait to see them again. There will come a day before the wedding. It's going to be fun to see them again. Yes, it has been a while since we met them, said Luna. 2 days later, Winter Comet Spike returned to Ponyville from the camping trip. How was your camping trip? Asked Twilight. We had a good time, relaxing time, said Winter Comet. That sounds really a good idea. Are you still looking forward to the wedding? I'm definitely ready for it, Winter Comet. It's good, we are going to Canterlot in 2 days. Okay, can't wait. Winter Comet was no longer nervous, but before the wedding, he was happier to be on for the big day. 2 days later, they traveled to Canterlot for the wedding. Since the wedding was about to be the day after, Twilight's family chose to come to Canterlot 1 day earlier, so they needed some stress from the big day. How do you feel about the wedding? asked Still Ace. I feel so ready, bro. That's good to hear. Ruby Knight is happy to marry you, said Diamond Snow. Thank you. I'm happy to marry you too. I'll probably go meet Ruby Knight. Have a good time, brother. Thanks, Still Ace. Winter Comet went to Raven Knight's room and knocked on the door. Who is it? It's your star. Come in, Winter Comet. He went inside and she smiled and she saw that Wind Comet and she went up to him and gave him a kiss. Are you nervous? No, I'm not. Are you nervous? No, I'm looking forward to the wedding tomorrow. Same here. I choose to spend some time with you, if it was okay. Of course, I want to spend time with you. They both chose to read and do together, and after reading for 3 hours, they choose to go to the kitchen to get something to eat. The rest of the day, they spent the time in the castle garden. The parents could see them in the castle garden and smile, and how their children were so happy together. I can't believe our son will get married tomorrow, said Twilight. He is happy to be with River Knight. She is just happy to have him Winter Comet in her life, said Luna. Every pony went to bed already at 9 p.m. since the next day was the wedding, and they wanted to be rested for the big day. Even Wind Comet didn't fall asleep because when it was around 11 p.m. He was just a little excited about before the wedding, but in time he was happy. Already the next day, every pony was so eager and it was full swing in Canterlot Castle to make everything ready for the wedding. All the guests are got ready. Even River Knight got help from Rarity with Coco Pombell with the dress. Even Winter Comet was now more than ready for the big day, But even though at the same time he was a little bit nervous, but he would cope from it. After he's finished, he went in the front room with his brother and Spike. Well, how do you feel? Nervous, but at the same time ready for all of it. It's good to sound like your lucky brother who's found Ravenite, says Stale Ace. Thank you. I appreciate it all. 3 hours later, all the guests had gathered inside the front room because soon the ceremony would begin. Winter Comet stood by Celestia, who would perform the ceremony with Stale Ace and Discord. When the music started, all the guests watched as the door opens to the front room, and Ravenite stepped diamond with diamond snow behind her. When Winter Comet saw her in the dress, it made his heart rush faster and faster. He couldn't believe in his eyes to see her so wonderful in the dress. As she stood next to him, Winter Comet looked at her with a smile and she smiled back. You're so beautiful. Thanks, you're so handsome. Thank you. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. They turned around to Celestia and began the ceremony. We have gathered here today to witness Princess Raven Knight and Wind Comet to share the vows of their love with each other. You may say your vows. Raven Knight turns to Winter Comet with a smile. You have expressed so much love for me than any pony has before. You have been there for me from the first day when we met, even especially when you tried to protect me on the day when I got kidnapped. It was so brave, but I really care and love you more than anything in this whole world. I realized how much I love you, and you gave me anything I wanted, and I really appreciate it. I knew we would be together forever, and I love you more than anything. I couldn't believe it all started with a crush, but seeing how much we liked each other and how we laughed together, knowing how much you mean to me, having you in my life brought me light and laughter, which I always treasured more than anything. And having you in my life is something I will treasure so much. And I will always love you, and I will be there for you. You're the star in the night sky. I love you, Rivenite. Now, let's get the rings, said Celestia. Spike went up to them with the rings to Celestia. Rivenite and Winter Comet looked at each other and leaned forward and gave each other a kiss. All the guests began to cheer for them. Luna also began to cry to see her daughter married, and even Discord cried of tears of joy. Afterwards, every pony gathered in the outside and castle garden for the party. At the party, though, all the guests had a good time. The food and music. Pinky, you did an incredible job at the party, said Twilight. Thanks, Twilight. You know I always had to do a good party planning. Yes, I know, but this one turned out as so well. I agree with you, said Pinky. Rivenite and Winter Comet shared the first dance together, and all the guests watched them to dance together. Rivenite looked into River Winter Comet's eyes as he did into hers. Their families could see how much they loved each other so deeply. Rivenite and Winter Comet couldn't believe that now they were finally married. After the dance, they kissed each other and spent the rest of the party hanging around with some family and friends. Every pony said congratulations to both of them on their very big day. Can I have every pony's attention? I want to spend a toast to my daughter. Every pony turns around to look at Discord. I'm not for much for long speeches, but seeing my beloved daughter Rivenite get married has made me Incredibly happy to see her so happy on her big day. But I want to give her and Winter Comet a gift that both will appreciate, even her mother Luna thinks is a good idea. I want to give I want to give Winter Comet a gift to become immortal, just like his newlywed wife. Winter Comet was shocked. But he watched River Knight smile and he turned to Discord and nodded that he accepted the gift. Discord snapped his fingers and Winter Comet began to glow blue for a few seconds. And then he realized Discord had made him immortal. Thank you, Discord. It's an honor. It's my pleasure, son-in-law. After the sun had set, Discord used his magic to make fireworks. And after that, they were over. It was time for River Knight and Winter Comet to set off to their honeymoon. They had received a gift from Twilight and Star Tracker for spending the honeymoon on Tropical Island for a week. River Knight and Winter Comet thanked for the gift and gave them a big hug, and as they hugged them back before leaving. I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy to I'm happy to see him married with River Knight, said Star Trek. He really is happy with her. River Knight and Wind Comet had incredible time on the island together during their honeymoon, swimming in the ocean, playing volleyball on the beach, and also sit on the beach to watch the sunset. I'm happy to be with you, said Winter Comet. I'm happy to be with you too. Both were happy to have started a new chapter in their lives together. Both enjoyed their time together on being on the island. On the last day, Raven Knight and Wind Comet watched a fireworks show together. What a beautiful fireworks, said Raven Knight. I agree with you, said Wind Comet. I look forward to going home again. Same here, but I wish we could stay here a little longer. I wish that we had to go home. You're right, but it has been very relaxing here. I agreed. They both stayed and leaned against each other while watching the fireworks. The very next day, they returned to Canada. Both were happy to be with each other. Some time after they returned home from the honeymoon, they had chosen to live in Canada, which Ravenite's parents were okay with. Both couldn't have been happy together. 4 years later, Ravenite was visited by the royal doctor. She had been feeling unwell for a few weeks. She was told by the doctor there was nothing wrong with her except she was pregnant. Riverine was so shocked, but at the same time happy. When she told her parents, they were so overjoyed that they would become grandparents. Though Riverine chose to wait to tell Windcomet when he got home. You're home, Windcomet. Yes, I came home a while ago. How are your parents? They're just fine. I have something to tell you, okay? What are you going to tell me? Rivernight was silent for a moment before she looked at Winter Comet with a smile. You're going to be a dad. Winter Comet was so shocked of the news that he looked at her. Is it true? Yes, that's true. I can't believe it. I'm going to be a dad. I can't believe we're going to get quadruplets either. Wait a minute. Are we having quadruplets? That's right. It made the Winter Comet faint from another shock. Are you okay, sweetie? Well, I'm okay. Just the shock of having four babies really took me by surprise. I can understand that, but despite we're going to have our own children. My parents, my aunt, Scorpion only knew about it. I will probably tell my parents too. It may be for the best. Winter Comet immediately wrote a message that Ravenite sent to his parents, who wrote back and asked if it was really true. He replied back and said it was true. Soon his whole family knew about this news, and soon after, Celestia and Luna had informed the kingdom that Ravenite and the Winter Comet were expecting the first child together. When their friends found out the news, they were so overjoyed. Even Pinky, who immediately started a party to celebrate it all. Both Ravenite and Wind Comet were so happy to all the support they still received from friends and family. Ravenite later had a baby shower with Mother Celestia, Twilight, and her friends from Ponyville. Sometime later, Ravenite and Wind Comet learned that they were had to have three daughters, with two daughters and two sons. And they had already started packing and talking about the different names for their children. Winter Comet took care of Ravenite throughout her pregnancy. One day, when Winter Comet were in Saudi Arabia with his mother for a royal meeting, he wanted to stay at home with royal mother with Ravenite. But as his duty as the prince was a duty to be present sometimes even at royal meetings, he had hoped that his children would not come before he came home. I wish our Wind Comet could come and be here with me. He will be home soon, said Luna. I miss him. He misses you too. I probably should take a nap. I'm feeling so tired. You will feel better after sleeping. I think so too. Raven went to her room and lay down, and half hour later she wakes up from a severe pain in her stomach. She immediately screamed for help from a guard who rushed in. Is something wrong? My children are arriving. Tell the others. Yes, Your Highness. The guard rushes away, manages to find Luna in the corridor, tells her what's happening. She was shocked, but she asked guard to catch the royal doctor while she rushes into Ravenite. She managed to keep her calm, and soon after, the doctor and two servants arrived. Luna stayed behind to make sure that Ravenite felt well. She told Ravenite everything will go well and everything will be over soon. Meanwhile, Celestia and Discord are sitting in the library waiting for an update. I hope everything will go well. Everything will go well, Discord. So it is for every pony who's expecting a baby. You're probably right. They could hear Ravenite screaming and hope she was doing well. I just came thinking of Winter Comet. He's unaware that his children are coming. Yes, but since he's in Saudi Arabia, it's a good distance from Equestria, and the message will take a while to arrive. You're probably right. He and the Twilight will be home tomorrow. He will be shocked to see that his children are already here. That's for sure, says Celestia. They could still hear that Ravenite screaming throughout the castle and lasted for almost 2 hours until it ended. After a while, a guard came to the library. Your Highness, your niece's children had arrived, and every pony is well. Thank you very much. I'm so happy for her. I can't believe it. I'm a grandfather. Discord began to start to cry. And if they choose to go see Ravenite how she felt. Inside Ravenite's home, the room, they saw the four children, and Celestia began to cry and smile up tears of joy. Oh, Ravenite, you're so wonderful. I am so proud of you, Ravenite. Thank you, Dad. I'm glad to have them here. I hope when the comet come home soon. He's coming home tomorrow, said Celestia. He will be shocked when he sees his own children. He really will. Promise me not to tell him or Twilight when they arrive. We promise not to say anything to them. You look tired. Should probably take a nap. I probably will do it. They left the room while Raven Knight tried to get to sleep. She slept the rest of the day without waking up. Luna fed her grandchildren with some food that she had, some baby food, so her daughter could sleep. The next day, Twilight and Windcomet came back to Candle from their trip to Zen Arabia. How was your trip and the meeting? The trip was good. The meeting went well. Yeah, we're fine. How's Ruby Night? She's fine. How about going to her? I want to see her because I miss her so much. Okay, come on, let's go. Once outside Ribbonite's room, they heard that she was awake. Ribbonite knocked on the door. Who is it? It's me, honey. Ribbonite. Come in. When they entered, Twilight and Windcomet was shocked to see Ribbonite with their children. Ribbonite, when did you have the children? They were born yesterday. They are so wonderful, said Twilight. Thank you, Aunt Twilight. I can't believe it. I'm a dad. Yes. And you want to visit your children? Yes, I want to. What are their names? Ribbonite. The firstborn son is named Illusion Spell. The second daughter is named Snow Pearl. Our second son is Caspian Moon. And our third daughter is named Eclipse Shade. I can't believe it. Our children are finally here. I could be happier. Stay same here, darling. Winter Garment gave Ribbonite a kiss, and then he watched his children smile and sleep in their cribs. You should be prepared for them to show the magic when they have the chaos magic. We will try to prepare for that, but your dad will be here and to help you train the children when they're able to get to control them, so they will be able to control the magic. That's right. Thank you for the support. Within a couple of days, Celestia had announced the whole kingdom that the River Knight had her two children and Emperor Tony was fine. Time passed. The children grew up. Their chaos magic began to merge at all the age of 10. But thanks to their mother and their grandfather Discord, they had learned how to control the magic. The children were very eager to learn more about magic. Even though they had learned some magic from their grandmother Luna, even their son Illusion Spell, who came out as gay, but he was happy that his parents accepted it. He then later married Techno Vibes, who is the grandson of Octavia Melody, and they had three daughters by a surrogate mother. Eclipse Shade, who came out to her parents that she was bisexual. She was afraid that they would take distance from her themselves from her, but she was incredibly happy that her parents had accepted her. She later married Lyra Heartstrings and Sweetie Drop's granddaughter. They named her. She was married, being together for 5 years, and they had two daughters and one son together. The daughter, Snow Pearl, had shown a strong interest in fashion, and she wanted to learn more about fashion, and so she became Rarity's assistant. She had so much fun with her, and she learned more about fashion, and her dream was to work with Rarity, and she had a good opportunity when she got to work with Coco Pomel in Manhattan, where she stayed. She met Dapper Muffin, who is the grandson of Derpy and Dr. Hoops. He works as a doctor in Manhattan. They later married after being dating for 4 years and had two daughters and one son together. Their son, Caspian Moon, was equally interested in magic. When he was 10 years old, he became his grandmother Twilight's personal student. He really enjoyed to be her student and learned all sort of magic. He later became friends with Tangerine Jam, who is a granddaughter of Applejack and Rainbow Dash. They later got together and got married after 5 years and had two sons and four daughters. Both Luna and Discord could have been happier that they had found a daughter to have their found a daughter 5 years ago after learning they had a daughter. Although they were shocked that they had a daughter, but finding their daughter, Luna and Discord realized they were meant to be together. Discord could have been happier to have Luna in his life, especially to have a daughter and a son with her and four grandchildren. Both could have been happier and proud to see the daughter get married and have children of her own. For both of them, they could have been more filled so proud of the family, so their love for each other was boundless. Discord would travel to the end of the world to find Luna again, but feels incredibly happy to have Luna in his life because she makes him so happy. Both were really happy that the Equestria still had peace and harmony, and that would be so for a long time. Because if Discord had even had those dreams, he wouldn't have met his daughter, Rivenite, and he wouldn't have realized that he was still in love with Luna. Because they were both happy they found out their daughter and restarted their relationship again. This is what happened when Discord and Luna found their daughter and that they had realized they were meant for each other. And then their love became strong again. Both Discord and Luna could have been happier had they have found a daughter 5 years ago, learning about the hand. This is what happened when Luna and Discord found a daughter and they had realized they were meant for each other and that their love for each other became once again strong. The end.